carry for Blunt. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Come on now, come on now, let's go.
Wentz now on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Check.
Back to the air on second down. Wentz. Caught right side is Jeffrey. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
You don't want no problems with me. Hang in there.
The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
What's on? All right, 57.
Wentz to throw again, and that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. Give him 9 there. They still need 6 more now on third down.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Gun! 3. Set! Blue 90!
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught by Parker. The 30, the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, 76 yards. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Partner, one of the cardinal rules of defense is that if you're in position to make a tackle, you need to make it.
Well, and if you can't make the tackle before that, you just got to knock that ball down, right?
Yeah, something has to happen because we saw the end result there. Missed tackle, he goes all the way and takes it for a touchdown.
This will be taken short. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. The former first-round pick Shane Ray in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ertz has it left side. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Let's go. Great. Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Out. 3 down. Hey, stack. Hey, check 24. What's that?
On play action, it's Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick Shane Ray. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. LeGarrette Blount, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Now Darkwa. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Here's Darkwa. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
What's on?
Let's go, let's go.
Wentz now on 1st down. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ram. What's on?
On the run, Darkwa. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here we go. Blue 80.
Mike's 50.
What's this on? Rip.
Play action. Now Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the 1st down.
Single, slop. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an...
What's on?
Let's go, Mike.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the 1st half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Ram.
Hey.
They'll run with Darkwa. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. 3 down.
Hey, stat.
3 down. Check 52.
Now a play fake. Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Tight ends on the Ringo.
Black.
5 down.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz, his 2nd touchdown on the season. There the Eagles are back within a score. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll make our score 14-7. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Spinning away, and now running right through it. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
The drive starts with a handoff to Blount. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
On first down, Drake. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Detroit!
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
Gun!
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
All right, here we go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. They'll look to throw here. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenny Stills with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Let's go. Great.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
Great 57.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Robert Quinn in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Come on.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Eagles on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, it's Wentz. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he'll take this one only up to about the 21. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. On 3rd and short, Drake. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Alert! Alert! 3 down!
What?
Mike's 50! Mike's 50!
Let's make these babies cry. What?
On first down, Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was, and Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Here, shit.
Motion! Bump!
Throwing is Wentz. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Please. Hey, stat. 82, 82.
Watch the run, watch the run.
What's this?
On third and long, it's Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the ball comes loose, and the Dolphins have got it. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Now blown. Right through him.
Boom, bam, biff.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one. I know you felt that one.
Over, over, over. Set. Green.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Oh, and now he bowls him over. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now let's go.
Back to throw here. But he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. They'll set up to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
On first and goal, Drake. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? On the toss, this is blocked. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
3 down.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Black, come on. Don't get another.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Back.
81.
Mike 50.
Now Wentz on third down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Wentz to throw on second down. Steps away to his left. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play there for Philly. 42 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Here we go. 120. What's your son?
Into the red zone. Wentz. That is caught at the 7. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
3 down.
82.
Mike 50.
What's son?
Here's Wentz to throw. Being chased out left. And the Eagles are in for 6.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Elliott now to add the extra point. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Now let's go.
They'll run again with Blunt. Running right through him. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Going underneath to Blount. No gain, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. Here's Blount. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with third and just a couple.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. The Dolphins on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Again, here's Blount. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now Wentz. Jeffrey with a catch left side. A very solid gain of 27.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Black. 81. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Wentz now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Back to the air on second down. Wentz. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here, but plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Watch it now, Barney. No. Check. Patriot. Gun.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills, and that'll bring up second down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Watch it now, Barney. That's it. Big hit. All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. The ball still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Adam Gase rolls the dice. It doesn't pan out. And the Eagles' defense able to hold. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw is incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Black, come on.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Please.
Mike's 50.
On second down, here's Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off at his own 46. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going deep here for Stills. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
81.
Alert!
What's that?
Wentz now to throw. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And they work this out past the 25. A good pick up there at 20 yards. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Wentz going to throw. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Wentz now on first down, eluding the pressure right. And this is Hurts with it, right side. That one goes for 24 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Go.
From the red zone now, Wentz. That is caught inside the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll come out in the pistol. Now Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. As his guys are in for 6. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit. And you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in place, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Right back to him on first down. Fighting through it, he's got space. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That one good for 13 at a Dolphin first down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now a toss play to Blount. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll drop to throw. And it's caught by Parker. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Tackled that time by Sidney Jones. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He will push his way down to about the 14. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Dolphins, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3.